Today, I'll lead you through an everyday yoga flow for the spine. This is an all levels practice, quite a short practice, just to get our backs and our necks moving in the midst of our everyday life. Let's get started. We don't need any props for this practice. Of course, if you need any cushioning for your knees, or maybe blocks are a normal part of your practice, then bring all those props in, but I'll lead you through this flow without any props. And when you're ready, we're going to start in a standing pose, in a standing mountain pose. So bring your feet under yourself. You could have them maybe hip width apart so you feel grounded. We'll bring palms together in front of the chest. You might even close your eyes just for a few breaths. And then notice your breath. Take a couple of slightly slower breaths in. Slightly longer breaths out. And already here, with those breaths, invite your awareness to your spine. And as our first spinal movement, we are looking for that lengthening through the spine, as if somebody's gently lifting the crown of your head up towards the ceiling, finding that length from the top of the spine all the way down to your pelvis. Let's take two more slower, slightly longer breaths in and out. Just feeling that length and feeling those breaths along your spine. Feet grounding towards the ground, towards the mat. And then with your next breath, you might open your eyes, release arms down. With your next in-breath, lengthen arms up overhead and start to gently reach your arms up towards the ceiling, one at a time. Not going into side bends, but more thinking about lengthening the sides. I call this apple picking. So reaching one arm up, reaching the other arm up, trying to keep tops of the shoulders soft. You might think about lifting one armpit up, so creating that space along the sides, around the ribs. Let's do a couple more gentle reaching movements up, just starting to feel that space on each side of the spine. Then bring both arms up, palms facing each other. And now take hold of your left wrist with the right hand. With the next breath, lift yourself into a side bend, half moon side bend over to your right. Left foot gently pressing down. You might lean your pelvis slightly over to the left. And let your neck, let your head find that side bend as well. And take a couple of active, conscious breaths here in and out. Let your breaths find those spaces that need some attention, maybe need some space. And then with the next breath, bring yourself back to center. We'll change hands the other way around. So left hand holding on to the right wrist. And then breathing in and out, lift yourself over to the left. Now grounding down through the right foot. Pelvis might lean slightly over to the right. And your neck finding that gentle side bend as well. Let your breaths find those areas that need some attention. Let's take one more breath here. And then slowly with the next breath, lift yourself up to center. And then we're going to go into a full forward bend. So bending down. And you might lean elbows onto your thighs if this forward bend now feels really intense. You might hang your upper body all the way down, maybe hold onto your elbows. That might give a bit more weight for your back. Or the last option is to bring hands on each side of the head. Not to pull down, but just let the weight of your hands and arms give some extra lengthening along the back side of the spine. Just giving a bit of extra weight for the head to find that gentle pull of gravity down towards the mat. Knees could be bent. Take another breath here, in and out. Just softening, lengthening through the whole spine. And then with your next breath, just bend the knees further down so they can bring your hands on the mat. And then bring yourself onto all fours, onto hands and knees. And we're going to go into some cat-cow movements. So spread your palms and then exhale round the spine into that cat pose. As you inhale, open the chest, find a gentle back bend. And continue with your breath. We're going to do a few rounds, and of course, you can decide to breathe in or out with each movement. So find your breath. I'm just suggesting that direction of the breaths. We'll continue rounding and arching the back. And conscious breaths to those areas that need that attention, need that support from your breath. One more round in your own pace. Rounding and arching the spine, allowing pelvis, allowing head to move. And then bring yourself to center. And we're going to go into thread the needle. So continuing on all fours. As you breathe in, lengthen up through the right arm, twisting out to the right. And then exhale, slide that right arm under the left, leaning your right shoulder, your head onto the mat. And you might keep the left hand where it is, or you might lengthen left arm overhead. I like to bring just fingertips onto the mat, but you might have your full palm on the mat. Then breathing here. So twisting now out to the left. How would it feel to breathe towards the ribs? Letting your in-breaths open the whole rib cage, like a gentle expansion from the inside. And exhale, releasing tension around the ribs, along the upper back. And then with the next breath or two, bring your left hand back under the left shoulder. Inhale, reach the right arm up, open the chest. Exhale, bring that right hand down, and we'll go to the other side. So as you inhale now, reach your left arm up, twisting out to the left. And as you exhale, slide that left arm under the right. So now we could lean the left shoulder, head onto the mat. And again, you have an option to bring that right arm overhead. And then find your breaths. Allow hips to stay soft. So notice if there is any tension at the front of the hips that you could soften, that you don't need right now. Take another breath here. Again, we'll bring that right hand back under the shoulder, and as you breathe in, reach the left arm up, twisting out to the left. And then bring both hands back onto the mat. From all fours, bring yourself down onto your belly. Lower your chest down, lengthen the legs behind you, pelvis on the mat. And then as you inhale, peel your chest off the mat, sliding elbows, forearms onto the mat, finding your Sphinx pose. So now looking for that back bend. You might lift your head up, maybe look forward. If that feels too intense, you could soften your gaze down. You might let your head lean forward. And just very gently draw the chest forward. Let your shoulders move away from the ears. And take a couple more breaths here. And breathing to those areas that need it most. Now in this moment. Could be down to the belly. Could be up to the chest. And then with your next couple of breaths, release your chest back down. Bring hands under shoulders so you could lift yourself back onto all fours. And from here, we're going to go into child's pose. So lean your pelvis down towards the feet. Knees can be wider apart. They might be close together. And then round your spine forward. You might bring head all the way down onto the mat. Or feel free to bring hands under the head. And send your breaths towards the back side of your spine. And allowing hips to soften. Just taking a moment here to observe the breath. It's our final pose in the practice today. Take a couple more slower, longer breaths in and out. You might let out a sigh through the mouth. And slowly start to bring yourself back up and find a seated pose. Your own seated pose. Could be a cross-legged seat. You might sit on your knees and you'd have your hands resting on the legs, or bring one hand onto your chest and bring the other hand down to your belly. And just like in the beginning of the practice, feel that length through the spine. Take a few more slower, deeper breaths in and out. Allow allow your breaths to move down and up along the spine, offering space, offering freedom for your spine. And if it's a part of your practice, you might bring your palms together in front of the chest. And as always, at the end of the practice, most importantly, thank yourself for taking some time to move, to breathe, to look after yourself today. And I thank you very much for joining in. Namaste. Thank you.